My Korean husband.
Hey guys, I'm Nicola.
I'm Mr. Wan.
And we're from the My Korean Husband blog, and today we're going to do what?
Ask Us video.
Another Ask Us video. I'm not wearing the same stuff I wore in the last video. We didn't just film the other one 5 minutes ago. Okay, Noemi Medina said, what's one interesting game that you've learned from one another? Interesting game, like children's game or something like that. I think you've learnt some sort of more Western style games.
The swimming
games. So Marco Polo, yeah, and also like the submarine battleship type one. Definitely pool games that we've taught to you and some other Korean friends as well.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what Korean games I've learnt. Like I've seen some, but I haven't learnt them. Like I've never learnt how to play Ghost Stop or anything like
Drinking
that.
game.
Yeah, I suppose some drinking games, if they count.
369, 369.
Oh, I hate those ones. But one thing I have learnt in regards to Korean games is they always want to punish somebody.
Yes.
So there's all these.
Yeah, but there's no punishment. Why do you need to play a game?
For fun.
It's not fun if there's no punishment.
So we'll see a lot of things like the flicking on the forehead.
Or this one.
Yeah, a lot of physical abuse in Korean games. So in our pool in Australia at Mum and Dad's house, and there would be all the Korean guys that are doing their working holiday visas, so they're out in the countryside, like a whole bunch of Korean guys, and we would play these games in the pool. So we'd play Marco Polo and that type of thing. But they would decide that, oh, the person that was in took too long, so they lost. So they had to punish them. So they would like dunk them underwater or splash them or flick them in the head.
Remember we used the ball and we just
smack it in their head. And I'd be like, no, doesn't need to be punishment in Marco Polo.
No, we
it's
need.
nice.
It's nicer.
No, not nicer.
No, it is nicer.
More abusive. So that is something that I've learned from Korean game playing, which makes me very hesitant to play Korean games, is this level of punishment that there is that is quite like it hurts to be flicked here.
Of course.
Like that.
You mark.
Okay, another game. This game is played everywhere, I think. But that you have done with my family is hide and seek.
Yeah.
But as adults, have you played hide and seek with your friends as adults?
No.
No.
Why do you need to?
I'm sure there's other families that are grown that do this as well. You know what one game is that you haven't played is The Floor is Lava. And there's not enough furniture here to play that, so I want to play that with you sometime. The Floor is Lava. Maybe sometime when we have a big hotel room or something, I want to make a video of you playing The Floor is Lava because you've never played that. So anyway, the Christmas before, we played hide and seek at my parents' at the holiday house for Christmas, right? Yeah. Yes. And where did you hide?
The balcony.
This is what he did. We were playing hide and seek and we're all adults, so we turned the light off and make it harder. He hid on the balcony, but then when the person that was in came onto the balcony, he hung off the balcony, off the side, so they wouldn't see, like a ninja.
I am a ninja.
How did you do that? It was,
I can do it.
I don't know. So your level of hide and seek was like really, really high. So
that's why they couldn't find me.
They couldn't find you on.
Yeah. They went to balcony, but they couldn't see me.
Because you're hanging off in the dark. Okay, question from Rachel. And she said, we hear about some of the interesting cultural differences you encounter living with Hugh's parents. What are some unique things you think Hugh would run into if you guys lived with your parents? And we have actually lived with my parents, haven't we?
Yes.
We haven't filmed that many videos there because that was sort of before we were doing YouTube. But we have lived with my parents, so there has been some interesting cultural things. So what do you think?
So when I lived with Nicola's family, and sometimes it was really hard to see that because one time your younger brother just touched your father's head. How dare you?
To pat my dad on the head.
Yeah, how dare you? We can't do that.
But especially, my father's not really going bald, but like for a lot of my friends, if their father is going bald, they'll rub the head.
Oh
like
my god.
good.
No.
So, okay, so that more casual relationship with our parents is quite different culturally for you.
Yeah.
What about food-wise? What's different culturally?
Food. I think food is quite different. And when I was in Australia with Nicholas' family, we had barbecue a lot.
Australian barbecue.
Yes. And another different thing is Nicholas' father sometimes he cooks and he washes dishes sometimes. But in Korea,
men that generation don't do it.
They don't really do it.
Yeah.
But sometimes my father do, but usually they don't really do it. They don't know how to cook simple dishes.
If your father didn't have your mother,
he could only eat ramen, instant noodles. Yeah.
Yeah. Whereas I think
that's
my father would be fine.
Only he can cook.
Yeah. So also culturally, and it always seems to come back to hierarchy being the biggest thing.
Yes.
We talked about this last video as well. What about my relationship with my siblings? So I have 2 younger brothers and a younger sister.
Yeah.
They don't respect me.
They don't respect you because they don't call you 언니 or 누나.
Yeah.
So you're just like Nicola, like friends.
And then arguing. I have no higher position in an argument at all. Whereas you argue with your sister and she'll be like, nah.
Sometimes they don't, but usually they need to respect their brother or sister.
There's something culturally ingrained in there. Where in Australia,
siblings.
there is no cultural ingrainment of respect for me. Hello to my siblings. Don't you wish you were born in Korean culture and then you have to do what I say?
No, there is not. There is still not.
Okay, so my question for you guys is, going back to the game thing, in your culture, is there this element of harsh punishment when playing games, or is it just like la-di-da-di-da-di-da?
Punishment!
If you play Marco Polo, are you punishing the person that didn't catch everybody?
Shoot.
No, I don't want to play with you. Okay, that's all from us. So please subscribe to our YouTube channel if you haven't already. It's free and it helps us out, and it means that you can see all the videos that we post about cultural differences and living in Australia and living in Korea. And what else should they do?
Check out the comics on the blog.
And we'll see you later. Bye bye.